States, and today we're here to talk Harley Bentons again. We're actually in the new round of 3 new Harley Benton videos, plus perhaps a 4th, depending on how things go. But what I want to talk about today is the SC450 Plus. And this guitar actually caused a bit of a stir because it doesn't hold its guitar cable. Ha! No, I kid, I joke, I jest. No, what Harley Benton did is the bastards went out and changed the design of the guitar so that, look, it doesn't look quite as much like a real Gibson Les Paul than the previous ones. So the L450 Plus, which I have one, if you see the picture that flashes up right now, it was a very accurate Gibson shape. And this one you can see that they've changed things. Slightly curves down here in this part, and now it's a much pointier cutaway. And what's hiding on the back is really a nicely rounded scarf, not scarf, but joint with the body. And it is, I will say, it's a lot more comfortable to play up high in the neck than a standard Les Paul, kind of like some of the ESPs that have those or Les Paul accesses. The flame top is nice. This is a Tobacco Burst. It's very similar to the other Tobacco Burst L450s that I saw. Actually, I had 2 of them come through my hands, and I kind of dig it. Standard 24 3/4 inch scale, rosewood fretboard, bound tastefully on each side. Your trapezoid inlays. Those are trapezoids, right? Action out of the box, actually pretty good with no buzzing. The headstocks had a flat top done to it. Kind of reminds me of, if you ever saw Good Morning Vietnam, there's one of the 2 other DJs, tall skinny guy, mustache, kind of creepy looking, kind of has the same flat top, or maybe one of the Pep Boys. But anyway, that's there. They also changed the inlay to this kind of double pointed thing, which, I don't know, looks kind of cool. But all in all, as it goes, that's how she's built. She's got what looks to be a 3-piece mahogany-ish back. It's probably like Sapele mahogany, or an Asian type, definitely not an African type. Just like before, still a 2-piece heel, and just like before, I'm not sure if you can see there, a nice little scarf joint right there. No name vintage style tuners, not the worst color, green tone that I've ever seen. Gladly, it is past quality control. And I can tell you, like, this guitar, I've gone over it with kind of a fine-tooth comb, and I can't find a single thing wrong with it. From a fit and finish, from a play. So it's the same deal. Small pots, the box style switch, so not a CTS, so it doesn't feel quite as elegant from the switch, but it's a very cheap switch, a very inexpensive change in repair to make. But what's nice is, I actually think the pickups in this are a little bit better. Excuse the pop. The jack really doesn't do a good job of gripping, so I may have to swap out the jack or just bend the pin down a little bit better. But compared to my L450 Plus, for some reason, whether it's just the magic of the combination of everything in this, I think it's very, very buttery, and that's on the bridge pickup. If I go to the neck, super buttery, and even in the middle. She's just pretty. She plays really quite nicely, even. City on it, on the bridge pickup like that. So she's nice. The pot's really no scratching, freewheeling. just for the... Very, very, very nice. So clean, she plays quite nice. Let me kick it on the overdrive. All in all, for the price, I think this was 165 bucks, give or take, plus about 11 bucks to ship to my door because I bought 3. Buying a Harley Benton, buy up to 3, it's about $33 US, $35 US to ship them. Takes a couple weeks. These took about 16 days from order to delivery. So for 175 bucks-ish, you get a new, high quality, well put together guitar from the lovely people, again, at Thomann in Germany. Don't be afraid, they still ship to the US. People seem to have better luck shipping multiple pieces to the US versus shipping just one. Sometimes they get a little beat up and they're not packed quite the best. So, it's interesting because final thoughts on this guy. Great deal, I love it. Really, I get a little bit of money for having a YouTube channel. Thank you for everybody who comes, views, clicks on ads that show up because I got a small little sliver in. I got about slightly less than this from Google recently, so thank you to the Googles. So this was my guitar I figured I'd buy because on the forums this is the one that has had a lot of questions. And I'm not the biggest fan of the shape, but I'll tell you what, in person it's not as obnoxious. In photos it definitely seems like it's trying to be a Les Paul, but it's failing. But in person I really kind of like it. And then the interesting thing, very, very interesting thing, let's see if I can do this without banging them together, is I just got this guitar amp for 180 bucks to my door. I thought it was 185, but it turns out it was 180. And this is an Agile. So, you can see there, kind of the difference is they went in 2 different directions with Liberties on the Les Paul shape with the same different configuration. Very similar necks. I think the Agile's a little bit of a thinner neck. It's wide, but very thin. This has got a little bit more girth to the neck. I said girth, I know it. But same basic, Les Paul-ish things. This is slightly thinner. As you see, normally with the Chinese, this old-fashioned Korean one's a little bit bigger. The reason why I want to bring this up is it's about the same value proposition. And, you know, after playing them both back and forth quite a bit the last few days, I can't decide which one I like more, which I guess is a good problem to have. Because the last of the AL2000s are for sale on Rondo's website now, rondomusic.com, the Agiles. And they, when they're gone, they're gone. And the newer 2500s, which are more money, I'm not that impressed with. So snap up one of these while they can. But you can get these all day long as they're in stock, and they tend to restock within a month or so if they're out. So that's this guy. This is the SC450 Plus from Harley Benton. You can buy it from Thomann, THOMANN.de. They do ship globally. You can actually see localized pricing. If you're not in the EU, the prices are actually going to be cheaper than they initially say, even with conversion rates, because you don't have to pay the VAT tax, or at least not as many taxes. You may be responsible for duty, but I have yet to pay a duty on any Harley Benton that I bought. So anyway, that's this. We're going to do a couple of little features over the next few days, hopefully more videos. I have a backlog of getting back to comments, which I'll get onto. But anywho, I'm making the States, obviously. I've got issues. Thanks guys, take care.